Hi there, welcome to Minor League Matters, and this is about Brighton, Hove, Albion beating Manchester United. For those of you who didn't watch, Manchester United just lost to Brighton and Hove Albion. Brighton Hove Albion scored the first two goals, and both of them were really good into the center shots that were controlled and hit the back. When the person in front of the goal got to them. There were some passes. They got into the back of the net. Really well done. I mean, they picked Manchester United apart. No doubts whatsoever. Then we get to Manchester United scores one goal, more or less a lucky goal. They had a man with the ball off a corner kick, and he's trying to kick it in, or trying to kick it forward to somebody in front of the goal. But he kicks it down, it hits the ground, and spins upward, in a weird manner that hops it over the head of the Brighton Hove Albion folks. And there's a Man U guy just there, and he's able to head it into the goal. It's one of those chaos goals you see a lot of times on kicks in, from the corner, right? Well, then, after that, Brighton gets a penalty kick. Legit penalty kick, and manages to, it ricochets off the goalkeeper. He manages to get some contact with it, but it still bounces up and in. Solid goal, impressive. For the first half, Brighton Hove Albion just destroyed them. Picked apart Manchester United. We get the second half, Man U comes out and they replace two of their players immediately, and that brings, the pace up. Man U is just all over Brighton for the first 10 or 15 minutes of the second half. At about an hour in, they replace their third player, and they just are keeping pressure up. But by that point, Brighton starts to push back and push back and push back. And by the end of the 90 minutes, Brighton is pushing in and looks a lot like it's getting close to scoring goals a couple times. So it had balanced back out. We go into extra time. There were some things that you were worried about, like Brighton's goalkeeper smashed into one of his own players. It looked like he might be out, but he recovered. And then it went from there, and Brighton Hove Albion moved on and into extra time. At which point, of course, Manchester United came back, surged some more. And right in the last minute of extra time, there's a penalty kick for Manchester United, and they managed to get it into the back of the goal. And it was one of those where the guy, two guys moving towards the ball, one got there first, managed to turn his back, and made a penalty happen, right? And it was over after that penalty kick. Brighton Hove Albion holds on. Actually, it's more than holds on. They beat Manchester United. And so the Seagulls beat them solid. And that's not supposed to happen to Manchester United. All sorts of issues going on there, obviously. While Brighton seems to be a pretty solid team that's playing well together. And God bless Brighton and the Seagulls. Hopefully they'll keep going in the future. They're confusing me because last week when they should have beat the living daylights out of Watford, they lose 2-0. This week when they're playing one of the top teams in the Premier League, they win 3-2 and probably should have won 3-1. Actually, really, without a little bit of luck, they would have won 3-0. It's a pretty amazing win, and says a lot about what Brighton can do and what Man U can't right now. So, we'll get to see where things go in the Premier League from this point on, and go Seagulls. I'll be watching you again next week. And for everybody else, you have a good week, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.